Hi everyone, welcome to another interesting tutorial. I'm Dami of T Exclusive Couture. Today we'll be learning how to make this beautiful asymmetric neckline blazer top. So this is the third design in our blazer series. So if this is what you're looking at to learn, please stick to the end of the tutorial. Don't forget to like, comment and also share the video. If you are joining us for the first time today, thank you for joining us, and also don't forget to click the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to get notified anytime we have new tutorials. For our returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back. If you'd like to join our WhatsApp group, the link will be in the description box. So please stick to the end of the tutorial and let's get started. Okay, so for the drafting of the asymmetric blazer top now, we'll be starting from the front. I have my pattern paper on fold. So the front now, I step in from the center front by 5 inches. So we have the shoulder, the chest, the bust line, waist and also the length of the top. Then we can go ahead to start inputting our measurement. On the shoulder line, you input your shoulder divided by 2, and also on the chest line, then you connect both lines together. So from the shoulder line, you step down by 1 inch for your shoulder slope and you connect it to 3 inches neck width. So you mark out the lines like this. So the next thing we are going to be doing now is to be measuring the bust span measurement divided by 2. So you start from the bust line and end it on the hem line. You connect that together also. So for the dart on the waistline now, I'll be using 1.5 inches for the dart. So I'll divide 1.5 on both sides of the bust span line. The dart is going to be stopping ½ inch before the bust point and 4 inches below the waistline. So once you have marked that now, you go ahead and connect the dart legs together. So for the bust measurement, your bust divided by 4 on your bust line, the waist also divided by 4, then the 1.5 inches that we use for our dart. On the hip line, the hip measurement divided by 4. So once you have marked those out now, you go ahead and also connect the lines together. So on the side, on the hem line, you step up by 1.5. That is to give a little bit of shape to the hem. So you step up by 1.5 and connect it to the dart leg. For the armhole, whatever you have on your armhole divided by 2, then you step in by 1 inches for your armhole curve. So for the bust dart now, you have 1.5 inches, the difference between the front half length and the back half length. So you are going to be connecting this also to your bust point. The next thing is the marking out of the neckline. So I'll be using the neck width of 3.5. So we have asymmetric effects. One side is like a V neck that stops on the chest line. So I'll be marking both of the neckline here. So when we are cutting out, we are going to be separating it. So first we are going to be cutting out the V neckline. So the other side of the neckline is starting on the edge of the shoulder and it extends out of the center front to the space we have in between. So you are going to use your curve rule to first start from the edge of the shoulder up to the chest line now. So you mark that with your curve rule now up to the chest line. Then you are going to change the direction. So the first one I first marked out, it enters into the waistline, but when it was after I drew it out that I noticed that I made a mistake here. So you see the way I made this first one now, but I later corrected it so that it stays exactly on the waistline, because you are still going to be going in on the hem. So there's no point of going in on the waistline, so it stays exactly on the waistline. So this excess we have in the front is what we'll be using for the buttoning overlap in the front. So once you have this now, so on the center front on the hem now, you go in by 1.5 inches, then you connect it with a straight line from the waistline. So that is going to be the slice opening that we have in the front. So you just connect it together like this. So once you're able to achieve all of this now, we can go ahead to cut out our pattern. So we'll be cutting out the V neckline first, then we'll later cut out the other side of the neckline. So for the dart, we are going to be making it a princess dart. So you're going to mark it up to the armhole as seen like this. Then you can proceed with the cutting out. Once you cut out the v-neck now, you separate the both pattern. You know it's overlap to cut the other side of the neckline. These are what we get after cutting it out. You can see the asymmetric effect we have on the neckline and the overlap that we have in the front like this. So to cut out the side piece of the pattern, you just put them together again. Make sure that they are equal. Then with this now, you'll be able to cut out the side fronts. You know, the side fronts, they are both the same. It's only the center front that we have the difference. So you just go ahead now and cut out the darts. So this is what the full front is going to be looking like. We have the overlap in the front. You put your side fronts on both sides now. So this is what it's going to look like. We keep this aside to draft the back. So for the drafting of the back also, we have our pattern paper to be unfold because the asymmetric neckline is also going to extend to the back. So on the shoulder line, you mark your shoulder divided by 2 and also mark it on the chest line. You connect it together like this. Then you step down by 1 inch on the shoulder line for your shoulder slope. Then connect it to the 3 inches neck waist. For the shoulder slope, you connect it together. So now on the waistline, now we are going to be doing the sway back. On the waistline, you step in by 0.75, then you blend it into the chest lab, to the center back and also to the hip line like this. So you can proceed to impute all of your measurements. The bust divided by 4, mark it, and your waist also divided by 4. You had 1 inch for that allowance. On the hip line, hip divided by 4, you mark it down, you connect all the lines together. So on the hip line, you go up by 1.5 like we did for the front and blend it in to have a curve on the hem line. So then you go ahead to mark your bust span measurement divided by 2 to the hem of the top. You connect it together. So this is going to be for the dart. So on the waistline, we added the dart allowance of 1 inch. So we have divided the 1 inch on both sides. That's 0.5 on both sides. Then you connect it to the bust point. The dart is going to be stopping 4 inches below the bust, the waistline. Then also you connect it together like this. For the armhole, you divide your armhole by 2, step down by 1, go in by ½ inch for your back armhole. So you also connect this as seen like this. So the dart, we made the front to be a princess dart, so we're also going to do the same thing for the back pattern also. So for the back neckline now, I could not get a picture of the back, so we are going to be doing the same neckline we have for the front. We are so going to replicate the same thing on the back pattern. So we start with the side that has a v-neck. We connect it from the 3.5 inches neck waist to the chest line. So we connect it like this. So now this neck is not going to be extended out like we did for the front. It's only going to be stopping on the chest line. So for the other side also, for the other one that starts on the edge of the shoulder, you're also going to mark it out, and it will also stop also on the chest line. So there's not going to be any extension like we did for the front pattern. It is very important to cut the back also to be asymmetric like the front because of the joining together, so that it will be easy. So once you get the neckline now, you can proceed to cut the pattern. So if at this point you are enjoying the video, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment, and also share the video. If you are yet to subscribe, please don't forget to click the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to get notified anytime we have new tutorials. So after cutting now, don't forget to always separate your pattern to cut out the second side of the neckline. So you cut it out like this so that you can place your pattern paper together to see the results now. So when you place the center back together, this is what we are going to be having. Then you place the side back and on both sides of the back. So this is what our back is going to be looking like. So now once you are done with the back, you can bring the front and place them together to see the results of what we got. So now you place the shoulder, the side with the shoulder together. So you just place each of those asymmetric effects together. So when you are sewing, you just go ahead and add all your necessary allowances, then you go ahead to join them together. And when you are cutting, be mindful of the placement of the fabric. So this brings us to the end of our tutorial today. I hope you're able to learn something new in our class today. If you have any question, you can always drop it in the comment section. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you in the next class.